It's that time of year again, springing into action for the Iowa Western football team. The baseball team in the cage with the Tigers, who gets mauled. On your mark, get set, and go, go, go for Coach Reardon. Where to next? Next up for the softball team, double headers and lots of them.
Hi, I'm Scott Stromware, head football coach at Iowa Western. The Bluffs Sports Zone starts now.
Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to the latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. The football season is here. Well, sorta. Iowa Western kicks off spring practice, and we were there bright and early around 7:30 a.m. for the very first one. Here's IWTV student Michael Byland.
It's that time of year again, spring football. 20 practices in 37 days. Iowa Western has lots of shoes to fill from last fall's 11-1 team.
I think we lost 20 starters off of last year's squad, and so there's a lot of newcomers out there. There's guys with some game experience, but not starting experience. It's almost like an interview process. You know, they got to showcase what they can do, you know, on the field, and we're evaluating every single day. So, you know, to come out here and really know what they're supposed to be doing and play with great effort, I think, is the biggest thing that we have to continue to improve on.
6 quarterbacks battling to be the guy come this fall. Leading the pack, last year's backup QB, Tay Bender, says he has lots to work on this spring.
It's just, you know, everyday things, footwork, timing, you know, being comfortable, you know, building the confidence that you have to lead a team. You know, it's early to say now, but I mean, right now I got to work on just about everything.
Feels good to get back out on the field. Everything that we do in the weight room and in the gym is good, but there's nothing that it compares to being out on the field, strapped up with the teammates and going through all of the drills and all the things that the coaching staff is doing out there.
The former Titan feels right at home.
There's a feeling of comfort, I suppose. Everywhere I go, people asking me how we're going to be this year, wishing me good luck. So as far as that goes, it's good.
Mainly just getting better at a DB and, you know, as a football player, period. You know, just, you know, running with the ones and just getting that feeling. We did a lot of technique stuff just to get in the groove, you know, flipping our hips and backpedaling, you know, just random DB stuff.
Once spring ball's done with, we have a little bit of a break and we come back and it's go time at camp. So, you know, hopefully we're all prepared for camp. You know, that's the main goal.
All right, you're going to make some mistakes with alignments and assignments.
You want to get some positions solidified, or at least an idea of where you're going into the fall before your fresh crop comes in. So we got a lot of positions we got to evaluate and kind of see where they're at, you know, after these 20 practices. But it's a big evaluation period for all these guys out here to showcase what they can do.
1, 2, 3, ready.
You can watch the Reavers at the Blue and White game on Friday, May 2nd. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Michael Byland.
Thanks, Michael, and get some sleep. So the Reavers are off and running in their annual spring fling, and for the most part, a lot of question marks. 3 areas of concern heading into spring ball. Right off the bat, the QB spot. The NJCAA Offensive Player of the Year, Jake Waters, 2 years ago, All-Midwest Football Conference quarterback Connor Bavard last year, who would get the call in 2014. And as of right now, Tay Bender's got to be the front runner. The sophomore transfer from K-State, All-MFC second team in 2013, and he wasn't even a starter. When it's all said and done, 6 QBs or so will be in camp in the fall, but as of right now, I'm thinking it's Tay Bender. Iowa Western, 6 NJCAA All-Americans last year, and one of them, running back Akis T. Who's going to replace him? Offensive coordinator Mike Strohmeyer will have at least a half dozen to pick from eventually, including highly thought of Tyus Mason from West Des Moines Valley, to go along with RBs from Florida, Minnesota, and Texas, to name a few. Iowa Western lost its entire starting offensive line from a year ago, except for one guy, as well as a number of studs on the D-line. So obviously, it all starts up front in the trenches. Spring has sprung for the Reavers football team. And remember, as Michael Byland said, the spring game is Friday night, May 2nd at Lewis Central. It's more than just a game for a certain baseball coach, and others are taking notice. But next up, in the polls and climbing. But how? When we come back.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, our goal is to help you, your families, and your businesses grow and prosper for generations. We take pride in our community, whether it's volunteering our time or helping individuals, families, and businesses succeed. We provide you with the personal service and attention you deserve. With over 220 years of banking experience, decisions are made locally. We are Council Bluffs people operating at Council Bluffs Bank to help Council Bluffs be a better place to work and live. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking, the way it used to be. Member FDIC.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't, because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
The Iowa Western baseball team is hitting its stride. The 15th-ranked Reavers have racked up at one point 21 wins in their last 22 games. 9 of those victories by shutout, and 13 of those wins, Iowa Western scores at least 7 runs. So I'd say it's all starting to come together. Next up, taming the Tigers. Here's IDub TV student and old reliable Austin Heinen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Iowa Western Reavers.
Great day at Doc Ross Field. Iowa Western looking to sweep Marshalltown 2 days in a row. Heading to the top of the second, Braden Young finding his stroke early. The freshman right-hander strikes out 9 in 6 innings. Bottom of the second, men on first and third. Jason McMurray smacks it over the fence. A 3-run homer. The sophomore's 4th of the season. Reavers up 3-0. Top of the third, Young keeps on keeping on. Hey, 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 goodbye. Bottom of the third, David Parrott smack down third base over Eric Kent's head. Men now on second and third for Big Blue. Jordan Schlehuber at bat. Smack between second and third. A single and an RBI for Jordan. Reavers up 4-0. Top of the fourth, Brett Bennett Mon. Parrott too late on the delivery. Man on base for the Tigers. Eric Kent back at the plate, smacks it deep towards left field, and it is out of here. Visitors down 5-2. Home team responds quickly. Jacob Sheldon Collins bunt near the baseline. He's safe. Sophomore, one of 4 Reavers with 2 hits on the game. Jake Scudder then with a whack towards deep left field. Over the fielder's head, Sheldon Collins brings in another run for Iowa Western. Reavers lead 6-2. Alex Krupa at bat, one of his 2 hits. Scudder brings another run in for Big Blue. Parrott comes at bat with bases loaded. Hits a sacrifice fly towards center field. And Krupa brings home yet another run for the home team. Reavers get 11 hits as they run away from the Tigers 11-2.
We try to keep the ball more line drives. You know, not guys want to get happy sometimes when the wind's blowing out and trying to get uppercuts and get the ball in the air, but we really tried to stay with the idea of line drives.
I think there's going to be days when your offense isn't perfect, but like I said, our keys to success are being able to pitch the ball well and having athletes on the field to make plays and make things happen. So, I mean, hopefully it's a sign that we keep rolling, but there's going to be days when the bats aren't there, but we'll still be in the game.
I don't worry about win streaks or anything like that. We worry about playing a quality game of baseball, and that's what we tried to do the first game today, and that's what we did the second. So we just try to handle it that way.
2, 3, yeah!
Reavers have won 25 of their last 26 games. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Austin Heinen.
Thanks, Austin. And then there's the second game, round 2. And here making his debut on the BSZ is IWTV student Logan Corkins.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
Reavers looking to sweep Marshalltown in Game 4 of the series. Bottom of the first, Quinn Carpenter singles to center field. Dom Thompson-Williams comes in from third, and Ryan Merrill scores from second. Iowa Western a quick 3-0 lead. Eric Swanson has good control of his fastball early on. Sophomore right-hander gets the ground ball, and that will end the top half of the second. The home crowd pleased with the quick lead as well as the nice weather. Bottom of the inning, Reaver bats still hot. Leadoff batter Josh Newell nails one to deep right center field. The freshman from Colorado legs it to third. That'll be a leadoff triple, one of 2 triples in the inning, the other coming from Ryan Merrill. New pitcher from Marshalltown, Skylar Kane, drops the ball. Now that's a balk. It will score Newell from third. Iowa Western extends the lead to 4-0. Bottom of the third, Marshalltown catcher Alexis Melendez with the pass ball. David Parrott comes in. A collision at the plate scores the sophomore catcher. The lead now 9-0. Jason McMurray had a great day for the Reavers. Gets a fielder's choice here, but the run does come in to score. McMurray 3 RBIs in Game 2, and sophomore 6 for the day. Reavers starting pitcher Eric Swanson looks sharp. He picks up his 6th win of the season. Swanson gives up only 2 hits, but strikes out 6 in his 4 innings of work. Iowa Western's going to knock out Marshalltown in this one, folks. Final score, Reavers 19, Marshalltown 0.
We go into games, we go into series knowing that our pitching's as good, if not better. We've got more depth. That's really a big thing, is we just have more quality depth of pitching.
I had a little trouble hitting the zone, leaving the ball up, which never helps going late into the count. But you know, my defense worked for me and got me out of big innings.
Reaver pitching gives up just 4 runs in the 4-game series, while the offense puts up 43. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Logan Corkins.
Thanks, Logan, and welcome aboard. Hey, ditto for the softball team. The Reavers taking no prisoners as well. But up next, On Your Mark, with Coach Raridan, after the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed Sportsmed. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury, getting you back in the action. Jenny Ed Sportsmed partners with Neb Ortho, giving you consistent one-on-one care from diagnosis to rehab. And since every injury and athlete is different, they've even developed a sports injury clinic specifically designed for athletes. Jenny Ed, Sports Med.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I see it!
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
He's been front and center for the Iowa Western baseball program for a dozen years. And when Mark Reardon talks, everybody listens. Now, rarely does Coach Reardon have any free time. Case in point, this summer, and then some. You see, when you win, which of course he does, everybody wants a piece of you. His name has been thrown into the national conversation when it comes to top-tier JUCO programs. His teams, of course, have piled on, having won a couple of national championships. Well, the hits just keep on coming for Iowa Western head coach Mark Reardon. The 42-year-old will be an instructor with USA Baseball for its Tournament of Stars. Next at bat, the Reavers' 12th-year head coach will lead the NJCAA national team in the 80th Annual National Baseball Congress World Series. And finally, Mark Reardon, in his 19th year overall in coaching, will be a guest speaker at the annual American Baseball Coaches Association National Convention.
Got a call in the morning and wanted to invite me to speak, be one of the clinicians this next January in Orlando, speak in front of 3,500, 4,000 people about some of our team practice skills that we do, which was outstanding. And then within an hour, I got a call from USA Baseball.
We won 3. Let's go home.
It's a huge thing to be a coach and being an evaluator. You're recruiting, or you're evaluating the talent, but you're also evaluating the kid and his character. Because USA Baseball, when they put these teams together and they got to travel all over the world together, they want to have the best kid possible overall. I've been an assistant coach for 2 tours of it. It's really to showcase what kind of talent junior college has, baseball-wise, and we're going to take it down there and compete in the NBC tournament.
A great one-liner, but our camera guys here.
You see some of them, and just like any coach, you're evaluating and critiquing and things of that. And so I always tell my guys, anybody around me, watch what you wish for. I'm going to speak on competitive team drills. It's the Iowa Western name, whether it's Dr. Kinney, Brenda Hampton, our athletic director, my assistants, it says Iowa Western. So no different than being great for Iowa Western baseball. It's obviously I'm a representation of Iowa Western Community College.
He's already framed a lot of prestige as well as memories for Reavers fans everywhere. Mark Reardon is in demand. The veteran head coach carries the Iowa Western banner everywhere he goes, including to the mountaintop. almost time for our play of the week. Who makes the cut? By the numbers on the other side.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities, to ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child.
Give.
Advocate.
Volunteer.
Live United. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. Well, teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
It's not his new group of friends. It's not the video games. It's not the neighborhood.
Mom, do I have to go to school today?
The biggest threat to your child's future could be you. Every day they miss, even in middle school, puts their graduation at risk.
Jack Frost, you do have beautiful teeth.
My what?
Are they really as white as they say? Yes. Oh, they really do sparkle like freshly fallen snow. This is an excellent example of what teeth should look like. Check out the iridescence of that incisor, the beauty of that bicuspid, the magnificence of those molars. And the best way to achieve such terrific teeth is brushing. 2 minutes, twice a day. Not 30 seconds, not 1:45. 2 minutes. That's all it takes. They're beautiful.
You know, Lana Ross told me she changed her lineup a little bit a couple of weeks ago, and it's paying off big time. Not to mention the fact that after playing their first 21 games on the road, the Reavers come home. 3 double dips in a row. Now, Iowa Western makes mincemeat of Maplewoods. Try saying that 3 times. 12-0 and 8-0. Next up, Marshalltown. The Reavers lay it down against the Tigers. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Now, Aubrey Voberil just mowing them down. The sophomore right-hander does not give up a hit through 3. Scoreless in the top of the 4th. Holly Baker with Marshalltown's only hit of the game. Now, Voberil wins her 5th, goes 5, and strikes out 4. Bottom of the 4th. Morgan Hoyk steps up to the plate. Sends a gapper to right. And it rolls to the wall. The sophomore from Waukee rolls into 3rd with a 1-out stand-up triple. 1 walk later, the former Titan, Ali Martinez up the box. Hoyk scores, and Chelsea King parks at 3rd. Jocelyn Hernandez, right down the line, fair ball, 1 of 4 Iowa Western hits in the inning. 2 more hustle in, and it's 3-0 Reavers. Then, Caitlin Chrisman draws a free pass with the bases juiced. In all, 5 walks in the inning bring home 3 runs, and it's 6-0 Reavers after 4. We move to the 6th. Jocelyn Hernandez skies to right. Can't make the play. Hernandez 2 hits, 4 RBIs. Iowa Western mashes Marshalltown 8-0. Game 2, more the same. The home team 11 hits in game 1, picks up where it left off. Dana Hieda drops 1 in the right in the 1st inning. Michelle Trulin then lays it down. And everybody's Heath. Caitlin Chrisman takes 1 for the team. Bases loaded. Amanda Whiteman, one of her 4 hits in the game, knocks in her first of 5 runs as Iowa Western scores 3 times in the inning. Now Morgan Hoig and the Reavers score 9 runs overall on 11 hits. Rachel Hanks picks up her 4th win, the freshman left-hander, 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. IWCC strikes out the Tigers again 9-1. Now the Reavers open conference play the next day by sweeping Southeastern 4-1 and 2-0. 6 wins, 3 days.
I mean, our pitching staff is incredible. They've allowed 1 run in the last 6 games. Their ERAs are really low. They've been doing a great job. Couldn't ask for anything more. I think it's coming together. We just need to get out and continue to play and stop having these long breaks. So, you know, 3 games, 3 doubleheaders in a row, that definitely helped us. We have to take it pitch by pitch, and the girls know that, and they need to make adjustments pitch to pitch, and they're starting to slowly get that. But like I said, it's more, you got to see it day in and day out. I still think that we're a good team. I don't think we're great right now. I think we have the potential to get there. We just have to continue to get out there and work and you know, take every game 1 game at a time.
Iowa Western goes 6-0 at home. The Reavers score 43 runs, and as you can see, give up just 2. And I like what Coach Ross said. Just keep playing. And you know, the Reavers didn't have the luxury a lot of other teams had early on in the season by practicing outside. But now Iowa Western has been able to stay outside for at least a couple of weeks. It's paying off. The Reavers hit the road again, and starters Ashley Schmidt and Aubrey Voberil continue to dominate the circle. IWCC knocks off the Hills 8-0 and 7-1. The Reavers then pound North Platte 11-0 and 13-0. Rachel Hanks, a no-hitter in Game 1, strikes out 12. Now lose the first the next day, then come back and win the second 6-4. So IWCC takes 3 of 4. And as of the last day in March, the Reavers are 20-13. Now it's time for our Play of the Week, brought to you by Buena Vista University. Jason McMurray rips this 3-run home run against Marshalltown. The sophomore from West Des Moines hitting .378 with 4 homers and 20 RBIs in 27 games. Jason McMurray with our Play of the Week. The Play of the Week is brought to you by Buena Vista University. Find out how your hard-earned credits at Iowa Western will transfer to BVU at www.bvu.edu/learn. So the fun continues on the BSZ. Football in April. Don't you just love it? Now, the other football season's about to kick off as the high school soccer season is almost here. We'll have lots of games, lots of action in the ensuing weeks ahead. But for now, for the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.